4:48 p.m. It's on Tuesday, July 2nd, 2024. I just want to run through this iteration of the P.O.C. real quick. This is indeed the same third party that drafted, provided, emailed. All of that is Title 18 criminal activity. And it's also obstruction of justice. This is a demon-possessed, a third party, and a group stalker going by the name of Heather Till, affiliated with third-party group stalker speaker companies, which I'm going to prosecute civilly and criminally. Speaker companies, I'm going to drain the pockets just like I am Amazon Prime, just like I am FedEx, just like I am UPS, just like I am Delta Airlines, just like I am going to civilly and criminally prosecute the state, the Social Security office, where they are engaged in violating my privacy while they are group stalking me with the state, doing so in concert with third parties that are bearing weapons, threatening my life, and intentionally doing so while the entity is also molesting my person with engineered light. I'm just giving you a breakdown all the ways in which you're going to prosecute the government and the people of the state that are engaging in the system. So I just want to break this down. Not only is Heather Till a group stalker who is supposedly a human resources director, this hypocrite, this demon, this criminal, okay, this is a psychopath also, the malice that I'm showing you, the unprecedented malice. She sends an email in reference to beginning my lunch hour. I want to be clear, the corporate office is in Palo Alto. So just because my own manager, Maria, could have, who was out of the office, but it's something, if it was an issue, all of a sudden I'm getting an email about when to take my lunch. And which again, they know exactly when if I take a break that's 18 minutes long instead of 15 minutes, they know where I'm at. The specific environment, the demons are flying over my apartment. So this is a whole illusion. This is the farce that you are not already stalking me on the job, okay? The fact that you're stalking me on the job, I'm going to prosecute you for that, okay? The fact that you are stalking me on the job shows you to be a psychopath. And that's also relevant to the ways in which you're going to be prosecuted. And also, what is recovery in the workplace where your employer is stalking you. And that's the reality of group stalking in the workplace, by the way. Doing it with the government, okay? This is not a movie. This is actually the pattern of conduct. And this is the fictitious exercise of authority while she is nonetheless referencing my lunch. So I just respond to her. I'm entertaining these demons. In this email, this is criminal activity that speaker companies is engaging in, and it's all a matter of public information, meaning the demons that are driving up and down Glendale Boulevard are group stalking, engaging in surveillance, and they are also aware of everything that's occurring on this communication device and on this communication device, the demons are using the phone to engage in ongoing surveillance, while they also know when they're being exposed. So a demon will call as I'm capturing screenshots and showing you, oh, this is incriminating, look at this. A demon will call on the phone, not only engaging for monitoring, but also because they want to be a distraction and stop. Satan doesn't control anything. This is what the delusional psychopaths do not understand still. So anyway, I want to get to I sent an email, she responded to it, and what she's doing, she sends this email at the same time that Precious Bastillos and I'm going to log in right now and show you her information. I'm going to prosecute her. This is impunity. She is engaging in the pattern of conduct. Everybody in the laundry room is always group stalking. That's why the fake sun remains over that laundry room, visible through the windows of that laundry room all day long. That's why you see panels of engineered light that creates light activity while demons are outside of the laundry room walking around, monitoring me while demons are in there slamming machines. They are monitoring while the entity amplifies sirens, which is criminal summoning, that Heather Till, while she is in Palo Alto, is engaging in group stalking, engaging in what is the surveillance aspect. So she sends an email. This is a demon that gets a gratification. I'm showing you the demonic aspect of their criminal activity. This demon is group stalking with the demon that comes into the laundry room, the demons that are surrounding in relevant position around this property. The fake sun is over me, which I capture in images. Because the entity is sending an email at the same time the entity is sounding sirens, which is audible activity, massive facilitation. A whole bunch of demons are together communicating hostility. Just imagine in your mind a pack of dogs. A field of dogs, and you're surrounded by all of them, and they're all growling and barking at you, showing hostility. And while you are the focus, they're all threatening you together. This is tantamount to what the demons are doing. So the entity sounds sirens while the fake sun is over me. They're all group stalking me, and at the same time, the demon sends an email. This is how she's engaging in the pattern of conduct while a demon goes into the laundry room. And this is Precious Bastillos, who's engaging in the pattern of conduct. We already know what the demons are doing in the laundry room. They're group stalking. It's surveillance. And they're acting with the demons that are on Aaron Street, flashing lights on the vehicle. That's facilitation. Monitoring with the demons that are all around, creating the elements of monitoring. Surveillance with the demons that are in a helicopter. So this demon, that is Heather Till, who is also the same one that engaged in the documented criminal act of obstruction of justice, drafting an employee warning notice as though Satan is going to warn me or under any circumstances proscribe my speech. Okay, that delusional psychopath literally gave me evidence to put her in federal prison, and everybody else in that corporate office. and she's engaging in the criminal pattern of conduct here. At the same time she sends the email, the demon that is Precious Bastillos of 1812 number 1 is entering the laundry room, which is amplified audible activity, and entering into the path to maintain presence while the entity surrounds with the sound of sirens. This is all manner of terrorism. This is how the entity is engaging in the elements of monitoring, and it's occurring in the workplace now, and doing so while you are simultaneously engaging in surveillance. The entity does the same thing, send an email or call on the phone, and the entity will fly over my office in a helicopter. All right, if I make any comment correcting them about something they're wrong about, or addressing, answering their question, and I make comments such as, "I'll see you later, Heather," and I'm not lying, and she knows what I'm talking about. She has an idea about what I'm talking about, because when I see you, it's going to be for purposes of prosecuting you, and you're going to federal prison. All right, and so I say this with a smile in my mind, okay? Because I am under all circumstances, I won, okay? I'm not saying I win as in the present, meaning I won in the past. I already won. And so you're talking about engaging in terrorism in the workplace, the entity stalking in the path with the state, doing so operation of a communication device, sending an email pursuant to ongoing surveillance with the state, and it is an act of hostility by the whole entity. So sirens, stalking in the path, presence in close proximity, in concert with the state while you are engaging in surveillance. So I just want to be clear, this ongoing pattern, the timing of things, this is how you're recognizing demons are targeting. They do the same thing with regard to operation of my phone, and Speaker Companies does it with regard to what's under the guise of business of a third-party company. That is, you're literally exposing your company. In other words, you don't want your company. If you want to group stalk me using your company, you must not want your company. If you want to group stalk working for a third-party company where you don't want your freedom, you want to go to federal prison. All right, just like Precious Bastillos, she wants to go to federal prison. She's group stalking, living at the property, and she's acting, by the way, with Speaker Companies. These are the people of the state that Speaker Companies is referencing in this employee warning notice. Those are the supposed credible sources. All of this is a farce. They're all group stalking together. You go to federal prison for that level of malice, that level of malicious plotting against an American citizen, and it's not just your neighborhood gossip. This is terrorism in the state of California. Okay, and they're doing it thinking that you're protected by the government that's going to threaten my life at a moment's pause, flying over my head in a helicopter because you think that that's going to stop me. No, I'm going to prosecute you and that entire police department, remove them from existence altogether. That's the criminal conduct that the government engages in. So you're talking about some unwarranted basis of audacity that the people of the state have because the government engages in waging war against American citizens that enforce their rights, that in any way object to the system that they're subject to. Okay, so I'm going to put, in every regard, I'm going to prosecute every aspect of that system because you think that the state that you're engaging in terrorism with will protect you. That's false, and I'll protect us. I will prosecute every aspect of that system, and I'm also going to expose the fact that the two are not two, the two are one. You're the same entity acting directly and vicariously with real-time knowledge. You're all engaged in surveillance on the venue of the internet, and you have the nerve to do it in the workplace. You're the same workplace that wants to try to limit my speech, and you know exactly what I'm documenting while you're engaging in the pattern of conduct with that state. So those are the demons that are group stalking on the roads and the highways. The demons driving fire trucks, those are the ones in relevant positions sounding sirens, while Heather Till is at the same time sending an email, which is operation of use of the internet, operation of communication devices, while group stalking is underway, all in relevant position, and she is acting pursuant to that P.O.C. on the venue of the internet. It is, with regard to the demonic, it is the symbolic act of retaliation. I'm going to engage in this. This is what the entity is doing on an ongoing basis. At the moment I receive an email, I'm subject to the state terrorizing me through the sound of sirens, fake sun over me, and demons amplifying audible activity, stalking in the path by engaging in surveillance in the laundry room. So this is what I captured, and this is just capturing that specific environment that surrounds me while she sends an email. In reference, I'm just referencing your timesheet about going to lunch at 1 o'clock. This psychopath knows exactly, she knows the moment when I'm pulling my panties and she's going to be prosecuted as a sex offender. That's what a group stalker is. And you're a psychopath wanting to act like, I need you to, like, you don't know what time I went to lunch. You know everywhere I went today. You know every time I mentioned your name. You know exactly who I documented engaging in the same criminal activity that you're engaging in while you're sitting in a corporate office where you are not protected at all. Okay? It's confirmation as to what you're doing while I'm working for that third-party company in relevant position at an apartment complex all day where the sun would not, under any circumstances, be present, rising and setting, which is the P.O.C. by the state. Okay, so that's why I can go anywhere else and that same criminal system is underway. So this is what I'm documenting, criminal presence in relevant position in the laundry room where the light source is directly over me at 1:46 p.m. and I just step outside of my office. This is the light source as I'm at my office, following to be on the opposite side of that same building, maintaining presence over the top of my head. And this is the same laundry room where I'm inside at 8:47 in the morning. That's not the sun. As I showed you that as I went all around town today, and the fake sun remains over me. So this is criminal surveillance on the venue of the internet that speaker companies is engaging in, and so are all of the employees of speaker companies. This is what I'm pointing out on an ongoing basis, and only psychopaths that are delusional continuously engage in that conduct. So this is the entity showing the presence of the light source today, and this is the light source that's over. They're sending pictures of it, so I actually want to show that. This is, I find it to be laughable. This is showing what is the reality of an unnatural environment while I'm capturing the light source over me, and they're sending pictures. They are under no circumstances. Let me be clear, the P.O.C. is far beyond their intellectual capacity. They don't even understand all the ways in which I'm going to prosecute them and surround them with evidence. While this is literally Satan copying off of me, capturing the light source, which is not the sun. It's no admission. These are fools that I'm surrounded by, and they're being choked out by evidence. But nonetheless, the entity sends text messages. This is operational communication device. While I'm always surrounded by the specific environment, they use it as a means to engage in surveillance on the venue of the internet. Very passive aggressive, very sick personality disorders of the demon possessed that are targeting you, and it also occurs on the venue of the internet. So I just want to make sure I documented that. It's 1:59 p.m. and this is the reality of what is the HR director, who's also sent a employee warning notice threatening my employment, where that employer is and every third party employee is engaged in group stalking me with the state and with the people of the state. So you go to federal prison for that, and she's also engaged in the system. She's literally engaged in threatening my life in the workplace. All right, it is currently 1:59 p.m. This is P.O.C.